Hello and welcome to today's Dalal Street Week Ahead video. Now in today's video we'll be taking a look at three stocks, which is Titan, Swiggy and Union Bank. For all three I'll share my equity plus option trading plan. Now apart from that, let's take a quick look at the news which will be affecting our markets this week. Now the first news which will affect our markets this week is Keir Starmer's visit to the British Prime Minister on October 8th. So that will bring a lot of sort of positivity as this deal will be announced, that deal will be announced, and also stocks like Tata Motors, which are heavily invested in the United Kingdom, will be coming into focus this week. Then apart from that, we also have the earnings season starting out this week with a major Tata Consultancy Services. Now the IT sector stocks results are expected to be subdued, so that is already, I believe, accounted for. What everyone will be watching is the future guidance which is given for the stocks. Third, which will be affecting our markets this week is every week there are IPOs which open, but this week the subscriptions which are opening of two major players, Tata Capital and LG Electronics. So these two coming into the markets will naturally suck out some of the liquidity of the equity segment particularly. Now, then the fourth thing that will be affecting our markets this week is the US FOMC meetings will be released, meeting minutes will be released on October 8th, and that naturally will have an effect. But what I see when I look the whole market, the real news cycle is starting from October 8th to October 10th. So before that we won't have a lot of news affecting us, but from October 8th to October 10th there's a lot of news. So that time expect the markets, especially the Nifty, to be very volatile within a range. So that's really it on the news front. Now let's take a look at the three stocks. I'll start with Union Bank, then do Swiggy, then I'll do Titan last. Now coming to Union Bank. Union Bank on Friday had released some numbers and for the Q2, and the Q2 updates were very weak. This is the deposits and advances growth was flat to negative, which is not a good sign. Now according to me, how I'm trading Union Bank, I personally hold CE cells in Union Bank as of Friday, and they're in a profit already, a small profit, and provided Union Bank stays below 142 and 146, that bearish picture holds. It is trading in two box ranges. The box range number 1 is 142 resistance and 132 support. Box range number 2 is 146 resistance and 128 support. So as long as it stays between this one, we don't expect anything for intraday, even positional. If it tries to pop out of this bigger one, then there will be more movement naturally, which will be more beneficial for F&O traders, but not that good for equity because there's no risk reward. So my personal trading plan, if I were equity trader, I would not touch Union Bank until it clears 146, as that is a very important hurdle for it. Because even if it breaks this, its risk reward to here is very poor. So if it breaks this only, then it can start an upward journey. On the other hand, if it breaks 132 and then breaks 128, then Union Bank will be having a dip to 120, and if it breaks that, then it goes into a weekly bearish trend. So that's how I look at Union Bank. It is at a deciding point, and that's why I sold Cs. I chose not to sell Ps yet, as the box range is still in its nascent stages. It's starting, and that news came out about the deposits all being very flat. So that will affect it. So I have not yet decided when I want to sell Ps in it too, but the C cells as of now, I'll still be sitting with them as they're in a profit, and the break-even point for me to go into a loss is quite high. It's towards the 146 mark. So basically I think it's 144 if I'm not mistaken. So I can take a lot of volatility within this range without any problem. So that's my view on Union Bank. The next we're taking a look at is Swiggy. Now, how I look at Swiggy is it has come back to the opening IPO ranges at which prices it IPO'd. If you look at it, if you draw a horizontal line, and this was the opening day of Swiggy. If you look at it historically, this was the opening, and it has come back between that. So now, according to me, Swiggy is more bearish than it is bullish right now, and until Swiggy is able to come back above 442, this bearish trend will stay. So my personal belief, since it's not in the F&O segment, F&O traders cannot do anything for it, but equity traders Until it comes above 442, do not consider Swiggy. This says if it breaks 407, then it will be dipping to 390, to 378 and 365. But as long as it's between 407 and 428, that's a small box range, and 407 and 442 is a bigger box range. So at this point, unless it shows some bullishness at this support or this support, do not consider it, or it breaks this. So if I were wanting to buy Swiggy as an equity again, I would only buy if it shows bullishness of 407 or 390, or it has a clear breakout above 442. Otherwise, I would not touch it. Why I'm not saying if it shows bullishness at 378, 365, because if it goes to those supports, the stock is not going to move for very long on the upside. So that is why I'm looking at it only from the perspective of 442 to 390. So my view on Swiggy is right now avoid it, let the trend form in it more, and then it can be considered for an equity or an option, options or not in it. Last, we'll take a look at Titan. Now, Titan Industries is the jewelry industry has been doing quite roughly in the past few weeks, I would say, because of the gold prices going through the roof, and their sales numbers in terms of turnover look good because they're selling gold they bought before at a higher price, but the sales numbers in terms of clients has gone drastically low compared to before. Most jewelry, if they was getting 10 clients, let's say before, for example, now they're getting 2. So that issue has come in the jewelry sector. But the benefit Titan has, it is well diversified into other things like watches, into eye care and all that. So due to that, Titan is looking at a point at which it can go either way. And that's why I've chosen to cover it. Now, according to me, as long as Titan is between 3,500 and 3,300, it's not going anywhere. However, if Titan breaks above 3,500, you're going to get a very good bullish up move. If it breaks below 3,300, it's going to get a very good bearish down move. So since Titan is in the FNO segment, I think everyone should keep a keen eye on it, and this is very good for option buyers, option sellers, and equity traders also, because if it pops above 3,500, expect an up move to 3,640 easily. If it pops below 3,300, expect a down move to 3,180, and if that breaks it, it's gone. So Titan is something everyone should be watching, because it's either going to give a big up move or it's going to give a big down move. But it's just a bit of a wait. I think maximum 7 to 10 sessions can make us wait for a big move to start developing. Because right now it has to sort of come above this. This is a very strong resistance and this is a very strong support. So that's it for my video today on the 3 stocks. Now all 3 are in a box range, but that's where the market is right now. It had a big fall, then it's now trying to find its legs. It will be important to see how it can find its legs in the coming sessions. So that's it. If you like the video, then hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell. Thank you.